Good evening, everybody. Welcome into tonight for our special stream for our grand finals of Split 1 of the KDC 2. Happy Easter, everyone. It's our Easter long weekend. I hope you all had a great weekend with friends, families, loved ones. It is time now for our top 4 playoffs to begin. We'll be joined tonight by Shrulzy in the box, and I believe a Dazbok will be coming in later on tonight, so do not worry, he will be here. No one stress, please.
Yeah, we've got a lot of Quake ahead of us tonight, so looking forward to the highest level games to finish off this split.
Yeah, and speaking of high-level games, we've got a good one to kick us off with. Salty versus Lucky. Two players have been playing extremely strong in this match, in this bracket. How do you feel this is going to go?
I mean, this game could definitely go either way. Lucky did take out the best of 3 in groups, but we're now in the bracket best of 5, completely different situation. So, these players are both very good, very close in skill. Either could come out on top.
Yeah, I agree. Let's jump in and have a look at this bed. Let's see what we think is going to happen in these. They're all best of 5 games as well. And I hope to see match 5. I already seen a clutch brought out.
Yeah. Alright.
But look at these picks and bans. Yeah, Vale, Awoken, Bard, Covenant are our first 3. Ranger versus Eisen.
Yeah. So immediately Exile and Ruins out, which is interesting, and then the Veil pick for Salty. It's definitely a map he's good on, and it's one that I don't think Lucky's nearly as comfortable on. When it comes to champ picks, Ranger Eisen's they're both very good, but it seems to me that matches tend to go extremely in favor of one than the other. You don't see as many very close matchups. But who knows what'll happen.
Yeah, I think these two are both pretty even the matchup. I think their playstyle as well, they can sort of play quite similarly. You know, they're both really strong heavy aimers and they like to bank off that. But I think Salty might be you know, we've seen him. He loves setting those traps. Loves playing that sort of a cheeky style like Quake. You know, he's you never sort of expect where you're gonna find it. So I feel like he's you know, potentially gonna try and have to throw that at here because you know, Lucky's one of those players who you just can't outgun, right? You can't go into the match expecting, well, if I just hit harder, I'm gonna win because no matter how good you are, I feel like you know, Lucky's gonna be one of those. He's gonna be hitting at least on par with what you're at, whatever you're hitting, if not more. So you've got to definitely play around that game plan.
We're definitely going to see that playstyle difference. Like, Salty played more early today. He's very good out of control, just hiding, being quiet, getting that defensive damage. And we know that Lucky, obviously, every player at top level can play all the playstyles, but he does like being more aggressive, going for damage. It's going to be, I think it's going to come down to who can force their playstyle into the game.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely going to be, I think, a lot of whoever can, you know, dictate the pace of these matches and control a bit more is definitely going to be the one who has the advantage. Definitely not, you know, set in stone as they're going to be a winner, but I think we'll definitely have the advantage. So, if you want to get picks and bans, go on Trulzy, also on picks and bans. So, predictions up.
Predictions?
Let's
Yeah.
get this game underway. I think we're all excited to see the first map of the night. And let's see what is everyone feeling. Salty or Lucky, who will be moving on?
Yeah. Time to put your points on the line. I
See,
mean,
what are we thinking so far? Who is the favorite?
do you have a horse in this? Who are you betting on for this first map?
Look, I've been loving how Lucky's been playing.
Mm.
I think I have to give it towards Lucky. He's just been playing really well. I think it's going to be Salty's going to be the one who's going to have to bring it to him, I reckon. So
Yeah, I mean, losing that group stage map, it's gonna hang in your head a bit. But I'm gonna go towards Salty here.
let's start with Salty
map
then.
he's so comfortable on.
Yeah. This is map pick. Got to win this one. And we are kicking off Salty with this Rocket Swarm going straight through Rocket's LG. And I like this as well, just trying to get some presence there on that rail, but moments before Lucky drops down. So Lucky got probably one of, if not his favourite weapons to play with. And now Salty's going to have to be careful. Nice denial of the position.
There is a slight delay. Oh, we immediately see a cheeky trap by Salty. There is a delay on that Mega. But is Salty going to be able to get damage on Heavy or even have a look? He doesn't have rail and he shows his face. Immediately takes 2 rails in the back. Already in trouble. 3 seconds to Mega. He should get it, but...
The start you want to a match at least anyway. And I like this playing this sword. Doesn't quite connecting with those rockets. And Lucky's just going to push straight through. Takes one direct. The LG out. Huge amount of damage. The orbs trying to get away. And yeah, he's got to be so careful pushing through a teleporter against eyes. And that turret was just doing work right now. First kill going to Salty.
Yeah, just a bit too aggressive. Oh, and he's caught out again. Another frag for Salty. And his rockets look strong right now. Immediately gets a rail off spawn.
Nice nail there. So they actually got starting nail gun. Interesting.
Yeah, to deal with the turret.
Yeah, it's always a good option. And we've sort of do a bit of work just there pushing him away off spawn. So I can see it. And oh, look at that. Just a clean up through the TP going in for spawn. The nail actually, one nail connects. Get last drive by with a few more. Just keeping Salty on his toes, but that starting nail gun does not do much to a stack size of Salty's right now.
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen enough respect for the turret from Lucky there. He's come through the teleporter twice and died both times. So he's got to change his playstyle here.
And that's the same turret as well. It hasn't even been thrown down a second time. One turret has done all of this so far.
And Salty does not want to leave this high ground. He's happy to just stay here, hit some great rails. Now he can push in.
Oh, he catches Lucky out. Barely any HP left. The question is, will they get away? Shotgun rail connects from both players. But Salty is much better stacked than that. Survives. And even going to catch him out one more time in the LG fight. Doesn't actually have the ammo for this.
Runs out of ammo.
Could be a chance for Salty to Lucky to get in this, but that missed rail was crucial. It's a free heavy Salty's way. And just going to jump straight on top of him. Direct rail and a beautiful flick rail at the end to get that kill and even off spawn as well. This just kind of feels like hopeless at the moment for Lucky. It's just 2.5 minutes in, and I feel like Salty is just absolutely dominating this. Same turret is still there. What has Lucky got to do now? He's got to change something.
Yeah, he can't approach this the same way he has. He's given so many frags. Going for that rail damage, I don't mind it. And now, is this a chance for him to get position up top? He goes up the pad, takes out the turret, but he's forced to drop down here.
And turret's immediately back. He will have heard that, so he knows the turret's there. Only one rocket, 2 left here for Salty. That's something to keep in mind. These rockets have been doing an absolutely enormous amount of work for a missed rail from Lucky. Salty does not make the same mistake, and 2 missed rails from Lucky there. Salty getting away scot-free. Doesn't even need to pick up that Mega. And now, he's actually kind of left himself in a bit of an interesting situation where both these major items are up. The question is, can he deny the ability to pick one up? And looks like... Oh, I love the RJ. Absolutely beautiful play. And the LG's a little bit... Okay.
Wow. Lucky somehow, he just did the damage. It was a bit shaky from Salty there. But Lucky, no items up for 15 seconds. He's so low. He's just got to run here. And Salty smells blood. He knows he's there.
I feel like I may have just cast a curse that one, because that was a guaranteed kill for Salty. So somehow Lucky survived. Getting on the board now, that's the main thing. Yes, still got to worry about this turret and all that, but has finally got some major items on the board. Oh, the rails right now are just so filthy.
Yeah, Salty knows. And what a shot from Salty.
What is, hang on, I've got to check. What is Salty hitting rail-wise right now? 73% rail to 36. Like, that is just some crazy damage.
Yeah. It's going to be strange for someone like Lucky who's used to just hitting more rails. They want great tri-bolt spam. And now Salty on the back foot, but the items are synced, so it might give him a chance to pick something up here. Does take a tickle damage, but able to get heavy. Yeah, Salty hitting his rails right now. Lucky just trying to push in, but chasing Salty, especially with that turret, is so difficult. Eats her out the back, and he is so low. He's just got to run. But he's sticking around. He wants to look for some more damage. Luckily, Salty misses a shot.
But as you say that, he comes through and cleans it up with the LG. Halfway through this match, it was 7-1 in Salty's favor.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see what the
this...
results were. What did everyone pick on?
What an orb, and somehow Lucky gets ahead on that fight. But he's got to be careful. He's not too stacked, and Salty can just push in.
This is Lucky's problem basically so far. Both of his kills. I was going to say all of his kills, but there's only been 2 of them. Yeah, just surviving with such little amount of HP, and even here, like, the heavy's going to be up, but yeah, just not prepared for the angle that Salty's coming through. Nice direct block there almost. Turret coming up, and Salty's still just pushing. Nail the deal with the turret. Still actually alive, but will be close to be dead. That's rail. Unreturned damage is key here.
And Lucky now in this top position. He doesn't know exact timing of Mega, but he's not going to mind. He's just going to stay here. Salty has the high ground as well. Is Lucky going to realize he turns his back, but luckily doesn't take any damage. Nice now jump. Oh, great LG.
Oh, dropped into the direct rocket, and Lucky is so low, trying to hold the angle there, and Salty coming out from the other side. That rail's never going to miss. The easiest shot of his career. And going to get caught out again here. The orb actually comes out. Lucky committing to this, but both players are rail here, and the missed shot from Lucky. Salty surviving 50 HP. Could have gone either player's way, and dare I say, is Lucky sort of getting, a bit, I don't say he's getting a bit salty here, but maybe a little bit, thrown off.
He is running out of time. Like, he needs 7 frags behind, only 3 and a bit minutes left. He's going to be in trouble. Oh, the Gauntlet coming out. You love to see it. And Salty grabbing another frag.
Bit of disrespect there, just to, like, rub salt into the wound, and right now it's working. Looking so good for Salty. 3 minutes to go. 10-2. Need to steal out Mega from Lucky's face.
Lucky, he wasn't aware of the timing. Messy fight, but with this heavy, Salty should be fine.
Oh, that rail would have actually killed if he got before the heavy. And I think now, Salty's again immediately just smelling blood. Even on 50 HP, still plenty of 25 bubbles here. Will survive another rail if this engagement continues. Lucky will not. Down to about 60 HP, and the rocket was so close. Almost jumped straight into it, and a nice couple of direct rockets there will clean up that kill. And once again, we see Salty in this upper position, keeping control of the map. Only 1 rocket. Timmy's available. Timmy's gone. A nice job there to even just distract with that turret ride. By throwing that on the ground there, you don't have to stress about your opponent peeking from that angle, because they have to deal with the turret before worrying about you. This rail, and I feel like just Lucky missed out on a bit of damage, like some easy damage in some of these fights that, probably we'd normally see him hit. So I'm hoping for his sake, this is maybe just like, like first game warm up, maybe some nerves, something like that, a bit of jitter. But right now, this is looking very commanding. Salty.
I mean, Salty's look comfortable. The only frags Lucky's gotten so far have been fights that we honestly both expected a Salty to win anyway.
One of them was a freebie for Salty, let's be honest.
Yeah. Great, another great rail. Salty just on fire, hitting every shot. And yeah, Lucky doesn't have an answer to this.
Tribolt so close. Nice rail. Up the Tribolt again, and it's only going to take a little bit more damage. This shot. Salty forced to get out of there, and cheeky play with the orb coming through, but the turret from behind, Timmy doing huge amount of damage. For the moment there, we finally thought it could go much way once again. Not the case, and again, beautiful rail in the back, followed by the LG. Pick up some rockets, please, man. Nah, the GG is called.
GG is called.
And it will be going Salty's way convincingly on the first map. That is not how I expected that first map to go.
And yeah, not everyone else didn't as well, because most points going to Lucky. But yeah, in the predictions.
There you go. Salty's coming out strong.
As strong as that map was, I say that is one of Salty's best maps.
Yeah.
And personally, I think it's one of Lucky's worst.
Yeah, and I think coming into Awoken here, I think I like the Doomslayer over the Galena here.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely pick the Doom here. Interesting that Strog wasn't picked by either player.
Yeah, and it was
I didn't
Strog.
fancy it
Well,
for this
Strog
map.
banned. Yeah, Strog banned quite a bit further down. Interesting. Yeah, as you say, that's actually very interesting. We don't see a Strog coming in here, especially considering I'd argue Strog probably is the next one, maybe the next best pick after Ranger. Kind of
Yeah,
map,
I mean, the reason you see the Strog Ranger epic map is how good they are, but
yeah, and I don't think there's really anything that there's no hard counter to Strog really either. So it's not like Eisen Knight where on Veil, if you pick Eisen, there's always that chance your opponent's going to pick Keel, and it's just like, oh well, now my turret's useless or things like that. So yeah, interesting to see what went through their mind during these picks, but lucky with the Doomslayer, got that double jump, can easily get to this high ground position. They see Galena on the other side from Salty with the totems. Let's start on Lucky here. It's his map. He wants to take this one down, tie us back up 1-1. Will be immediately using that Berserk for the speed. Gets that heavy spawn straight up this T position. Not hanging about. Getting this full collection of weapons going. Just needs to get that rail. But as we always see on Awoken, you'll have an opponent with with rails and someone with LG and rocket. Looks like that's going to be the case here for a little while longer.
Is Lucky going to be able to force an LG for... I mean, with that Doom, he could probably just jump on Salty. No LG. And yeah, huge advantage in this fight. So much damage. Salty just trying to hit some long-range directs, but it's not enough. And Lucky, huge stack advantage. Picks up heavy. Seeing the rocket jump, but what a direct from Salty. And that's ruined Lucky's plans.
So I think that just saved his life. And beautiful rail. Just perfect angle, perfect timing. Salty doing a great job, and this is exactly the playstyle, right? Salty's going to want to play for, right? You know how good. Like, yeah, we didn't see Lucky hit that many rails last game. Don't bank on that being the case for every map. That's only going to be for a little while here, I think. You think it'll be warming up. And yeah, if you can keep your opponent off that weapon, but while I'm saying that, they have swapped around and have picked up each other's weapons, so now the full arsenal for both players. Heavy going towards Lucky. I don't know what that Tribot skin is, but it makes a really weird sound.
But, yeah.
There's the double jump coming into play.
Yep.
Getting up into that high ground so quickly, almost silently, and almost takes a trick. Both players, I feel maybe a little cheesed off that one. Oh, I get stuck on the corner of the ledge, and the LG battle's coming out. Mega gets picked up by Salty, but just getting stuck on that. Yeah, that is super unfortunate.
Salty and we might see a bit of a tilt push here, but actually
doing work with it.
Yeah.
Oh, straight into the direct timing, and I think he threw his totem to the wrong side. He's looking at his totem thinking, God, I wish I could use that right now, but not to happen. It's pinned in the corner of the rocket direct. Beautiful Tribot coming out this armor shot. Risky pickup, and he's going to walk into this totem.
Oh, the totem might kill. Oh, no.
You can see it through the wall and every... Oh, it's just... The landmine claiming it's totem is supposed to kill, and the LG fight here. Wow, Lucky swapping weapon.
The great switch to finish that kill off. I thought that was Salty's for sure.
Well, I think Lucky was like just swapping, not expecting him there. Because if that was an LG battle, he would have won that fight because he had the stack advantage. But then
he got caught jumping. That was
and it's just like, well, Rocket's like, that bang of 100 damage if you could hit it. And nice little particular damage, 24. And push now with the LG right as Salty stops time. So far, Lucky has been playing so well around this sort of T position fight. Always timing it so well to peek out. Right, his opponents, swapping weapons, or as they're falling back, or they don't have the weapons. And that's what he's so good at.
This is chance of Lucky to get full control here. Probably should recognize Heavy hasn't been picked up. Looking for damage. Caught a bit jumping, but he has this Heavy to fall back on, so he won't worry too much. What a rail from Salty. And Lucky, he's not in a great position. Salty has this top position. How's Lucky going to get up here? Goes up the pad. He's got to be careful. He has the rail out. And yeah, just didn't expect Salty to push that aggressively.
So I kind of like that from Salty. As soon as starts to push up, Lucky goes for that next rail, and as soon as he goes to that next one, he realizes it's like, I can push here. My opponent is stuck in a tiny little corridor with a railgun out, and it's like, I can take at least another rail here. And nice rail frayed through the teleporter. Both players hitting.
Yeah, that's going to favour Salty as he picks up heavy. And we've got 8 seconds before Mega. Both players want to... Salty wants to push in here. Lucky has dropped down. Now he's got enough time that, yeah, he would have picked up Mega in that fight. What a shot, and Salty... Yeah, he shouldn't survive here.
I'll be shocked if he does. And trying to play Ring Around Rosie, and nah. Lucky's going to have absolutely none of it. Sitting there perfectly with that rail. Shot in the back up the bounce pad. And we'll see Lucky taking the lead. 4-3, Trilzy. Yeah. This is looking a lot more comfortable for him.
Yeah, massive stack for him as well. I mean, good defensive route for Salty, but doesn't matter as Lucky picks up Mega, and he's just got to push in and find the frag. He has such a huge stack of energy. Hears him now. Misses the shot. Both players do. Oh, but Lucky might lose out on heavy here.
They got the angle for at least he should be able to punish the pickup if there is one. And oh, the timing right as Salty looks down to go pick that up. Peeks through and knows exactly the position. Here's the health bubble underneath. And we're getting close probably here to a triple totem because, yeah, there we go. The triple totem has just come up. I was going to say totems so far have not done much other than that first kill, but Lucky has not destroyed a totem, I think, other than the one that he face tanked, which killed him. So he really does need to start like clearing these out because this is when Galena starts getting scary, right? He will start realizing this rail and the second one as well. Does get this heavy and for the range still just rail after rail after rail. But look at this, look how much stack Lucky has picked up. They're still even after hitting all these rails. Both players railable and my god, Salty, he just got balls of steel. Pushes out while railable and takes the shot, claiming the kill.
But he might lose out on Mega here. He does. He does a tiny bit of LG, but it's not enough. And the rail from Lucky, I don't think Salty realized he picked it up off spawn.
The triple totems are back again though, so he's immediately going to get back up to 150. He's got 2 more sitting there if he needs to go back and restack. So yeah, there's no armor right now. But he's in a position to get the heavy like that. He doesn't pick up the heavy!
Oh,
that's a massive blunder there. Not picking up, and not happy about that one. Lead over to Lucky.
Oh, and he just comes rushing in, and yeah, maybe a bit of tilt frag there. Oh, might see a totem face tank. No, luckily, Lucky.
Wouldn't have killed him that one. So trying to push through the center position. Doomslayer is one of the few champs who are I'm not going to say safe to go into that situation, but definitely easier to go through with that double jump. From Lucky, it does not matter for him too much. He's going to pull back. Just start trying to cycle these items. We've got a nice little bit of delay between them. 10 seconds till this bigger. And sneaky little hiding spot there. And Lucky was not ready for that. And the Rockers pushed it back. The LG both players critically. He's just going to go bounce pad. And mega timing not there. And Salty's 6 HP. All it would have taken is one machine gun bullet. A single machine gun bullet Trilzy would have killed.
It was super ballsy from Lucky. But he almost made it work.
And that's the other.
That
the totem. And thing is, right now, look at Salty's health. If he catches him out like this, the shotgun in the back and the LG at the back, he's going to get pushed. He's got so much health to work with. And lead, hide, catching through the teleporter as well. The double shotty into the back. 7-6. Salty in the lead in the closing few minutes of this map.
And he's got triple totems again.
These totems right now, I feel like are winning the fight for him. Some of these totems have not been destroyed yet. Honestly, neither of the two in the rail room have been destroyed. Beautiful rocket up onto the bow. Oh my god, beautiful play there. Yeah. Everything's just perfect. However, the Mega is gone already. But he's got these totems, so it doesn't matter. He's mistimed this. There we go, he's realized the mistake.
He's got to back off.
Interestingly enough, he's not on the side with any of his own totems. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice rail. He is going to go through here, pick up all of these.
And in a second. Yeah.
Always just got those totems there, and he's got Mega now to fight with as well if need be.
Yeah, and he wants to take some damage before it, but isn't able to...
It doesn't take too much, so he stops to just go through, pick it up, get out of there. And the thing is, he gets out without taking any damage afterwards, which is important.
And that is a huge rail, and Lucky's going to struggle to contest this heavy. Yeah, he's looking for the rail angle, but isn't ready for Salty to push out himself. And jump safe.
Do you think now Salty's just going to play
this Mega?
Yeah, do you think Salty's just going to play this sort of quiet in this corner now? Because that's a
taking a lot of damage.
And
what a
direct and HP. Oh, I thought the totem
kills Lucky again.
He saw.
He might not see this one.
Oh, he does
Oh,
catch it at the last second. Alright, so he will destroy the totem.
Yeah. But honestly, that's wasted time, and Salty
I was
now in a good position.
Yeah, he's taking everything off the map. Great rail
He's
from Lucky,
lost.
he needed that.
Oh,
but he's caught
caught
out
Japan,
while
and that's a
jumping.
frag for Salty. Yeah, but genuinely, killing that totem lost him enough time that Salty got that heavy. Wow. And now, a minute left. Salty doesn't need to push, he just needs to defend.
He doesn't have his totems to fall back on, so he does have to be a little bit more careful than before. He can't just sort of hang around. Nice traded rail, currently working out definitely in his own favour. Another shot, and Lucky hits that shot. He wasn't even railed along. Yeah. That's, I think, pretty much GG.
Yeah.
Minus in a miracle coming out, and he's just going to play a defensive game. He just run back. Nice direct, and the double direct. 200 damage from the rockets coming out, and Salty will be taking map 2.
Yeah, and now there is so much pressure on Lucky as he's got to make a reverse sweep if he wants to win this set. We've seen it done in this split, this brackets before, but it is so difficult. Yeah.
Well, let's look at our third map picture. What do we think? Blood Covenant.
Nyx versus Anarchy. I mean, you always got to bet on the Nyx. Like, the Nyx is such a good champ on this
Nyx
map.
on this map has just been, honestly, I think it's maybe not undefeated, but like from what we've seen on stream, it's been bloody convincing. I think almost always the Nyx has been taking the win. So,
but Anarchy definitely a very good champion as well. You get that inject, and it's one of the few champs that you have the speed to chase down the Nyx.
Exactly,
like
you do need to be able to.
Yeah. If you need to chase down a Nyx, you fight a Nyx on this map, you probably want either Slash or Anarchy. So it's definitely not a bad map choice. So yeah.
Let's also have a quick gander here. We're just going to take just a moment before these guys load into the next map. Just going to have a quick look at the rest of this matchup. Shall we get there? You know, if Lucky, digs in deep now, and like this is not the first time we've seen a reverse sweep, right? We're on stream. We saw. I'm just trying to remember who it was.
It was Lua versus Ratsu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we saw the full reverse sweep happen, and that's the sort of situation Lucky's in right now. Got to settle in, play for the long game now. You got 3 games to go. Just imagine, you're starting a new best of 5, and you're gonna win, 3-0. That's all you're gonna do. That's all this is. That's nothing stressful here. No, but
yeah, you gotta ignore the map score and just go new map. It's 0-0 again. Yeah. Just win it.
That's the thing. Even though Salty's been looking very strong, it's not one-sided. Like the first map was a bit one-sided. We will give it that. But that map there was definitely like there were flip-flopping between who was in the lead at any point. And it wasn't really until we got to that last sort of like maybe 2-3 minutes where Salty got the full Galena totem set up going, and he kind of just had the stack and the position of the totems to work with, and was able to just sort of sit there and kind of just chill, if I'm being honest. Didn't really have to do anything.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a case of, I feel like it was just won almost by not having to do that much. Whereas once he got to that point. Whereas obviously now you're not going to have that sort of comfort to rely on. If Lucky can get a lead early, I think it's going to be very difficult for Salty to be able to come back in this map.
Yeah, like chasing an Anarchy as Nyx is going to be really difficult.
Yeah, basically you're playing for that sort of like cheeky invis attack, which is honestly the thing that I wouldn't be surprised if we see Salty go for something like that, especially if it's maybe early games before it's especially you're 2 maps ahead. Think of it, right? 2 maps ahead, your opponent's still got nothing. You're playing for the win here. You've got the Nyx. It's like, okay, you can maybe go for one of these aggressive invis, pop it, push in. Okay, yeah, it doesn't work out. Well then, maybe they get a frag, maybe they don't. We'll see how it plays out. But it can be such a good way to throw your opponent off if done well. So,
yeah, especially if your opponent's just not expected. They think you're just gonna hold it until you're as low as possible. Use it only in fights, and then suddenly they just come out of nowhere and take you out.
Exactly. Yeah. The aggressive invis is a hard skill to master. I think one of the most rewarding when done right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
so...
one thing though...
Sorry, you go.
We saw, some of you would have seen earlier today, Salty played Lure on this map, and he played a very trappy playstyle, but he was in some of the same spots repeatedly. It did get a bit predictable. Lure saw it sometimes. There's always the risk. These guys do practice against each other. If you play the same traps over and over, that Lucky will be able to spring them before Salty does.
Alright, I just want to have a quick chat about the final other two maps here if we're going to get down to them. So, Corrupted Heat. This is an interesting one here because we get the Death Knight coming out from Lucky. Which...
I think Death Knight's been a bit underrated this
I
tournament.
think underrated. I'd say, I would say, along with everyone else, complete trash and garbage and hasn't won a map yet. But...
Haven't we seen him win multiple maps now?
Don't think so. But either way, against the BJ though, I think, like, can you argue is against the BJ? It's such a strong, like we've
the
seen.
One argument is
yeah.
you can use it defensively. If you hear that dual wield, you can
That's
sorta
basically
just
the only
block
thing I
that
think you
off.
got banking for it. Yeah, but I think definitely look. I rate Lucky's pick here. I rate how this could potentially go. CK, it's Lucky's pick, but I'm definitely favoring Salty. And then moving on to Deep Embrace, we've got Sorlag versus Clutch.
I mean, I don't know. I know Lucky does play a bit of Clutch, but this is post-patch Clutch.
Yeah.
That is such a hard match to play.
Because especially, like, I feel like this is a map in particular where having that limited amount of dashes is going to be potentially dangerous for the Clutch, because there's a lot of situations where, you really want to be, considering that this map is so, right angle heavy, I'll say. It's not really probably the best way to put it, but there's a lot of sorts where Clutch's dash is very helpful. That ledges that you can jump over, all areas where you can go past and all that, and you want to get around these corridors as quick as you can. Whereas, I think with the limited dash potential, that might be a problem for the Clutch now. But
yeah.
Hey, I don't know. It's gonna be. I don't think we've really had enough Clutch seen yet from these higher level players to determine how good or bad this new update for Clutch is going to be. Like, we already know it's bad, right? Obviously, because there's nothing, everything got nerfed. But it's a question of whether or not it can still be used in a way to, outlive this sort of, outplay this sort of, because, like, I believe the shield's been reduced as well in damage, isn't it? Reduction. I believe Knight said it was less damage now. There's someone in chat now. Dazbok will know. He always reads the patch notes. Dazbok does.
I think something
reduce less damage now.
Is that a PTS? I say though, importantly, is that Salty had the ban on that map, so Lucky picked the Clutch over the Sorlag.
True.
So maybe he knows something we don't.
Maybe he's been pracking in secret.
Yeah.
Maybe him and him and Kama have been pracking or something like that. And I don't know what Kama thinks of the new Clutch, but anyway,
we are moving on.
Yeah, we're going to
Covenant.
Go back to Blood Covenant. We're talking about a future that may or may not still happen. Lucky has got to get us there if we want to see that Clutch. I want to see that Clutch. Let's hear it in the chat for Lucky. No, we can't show favoritism here, but I do want to see Clutch. But either way, we will...
Yeah.
I like this start. Interesting here. Nice
the very interesting routing. He doesn't get LG though. That's he didn't want to risk being attacked from that nail gun. Finally does get the LG, but he's quite behind on weapons right now. Rail and rockets will be going to Salty, and Lucky's just got to be careful.
Deox saying we ain't seeing that Clutch. I don't know, man. I still have faith in Lucky to I don't think this is one and done yet. I think oh, nice tri-bolt coming out there from Lucky. Full 80 damage. They're not fully damaged, but 80 damage should be enough too to get over to this side of the map. Grab this. Oh, nice rail.
And but Lucky, he's mispositioned. He's gonna lose out on Mega here.
He doesn't have the rockets, but actually done enough to get through. Salty does not want to risk going out that jump pad. Probably doesn't realize actually Lucky doesn't have rockets, right? If you knew that your opponent didn't have rockets, you'd probably go up that bounce pad.
Yeah. Oh, Lucky's had enough time that Salty just expected him to have already gotten it. But now 3 seconds till heavy. Lucky in a great position.
Yeah, no, as we know, an Anarchy with a heavy is a happy lad. Because now
Yeah, he's
you've
got
got
so
that
much
inject
stack.
to work with, and great damage from above. Mega will be stolen side. The shard missed the pickup.
And
Good try
Salty
ball.
just continuing hitting every rail. That makes it so hard on this map.
Yeah, Salty so far just isn't missing rails like at all, like on every map we've been watching. Look at that again. Okay, we're gonna just quickly check. Is that 71% again? He's just not missing, and it's like, how do you play against an opponent? Oh, good shot up the bounce pad as well. And Rocket too, and Lucky's hanging it out, but he is not healthy. The rocket jump up the rail and back.
I mean, yeah, Lucky's gonna, with these rails, he's gonna have to adjust his playstyle. Maybe see more machine gun, more rocket or LG pushes. But, I mean, this is not the map you don't want to be hitting rails on.
This is going to be another kill here, guaranteed, yeah. Lucky not even able to get away, not even able to get any return damage, let alone get away. That is a chunky stacked Nyx right now.
Where am I?
The aggressive invis is happening, but doesn't really get much. But
I mean, it gets him a rail. Lucky just not ready for it. And I mean, Lucky just struggling. He still hasn't got that railgun, and Salty isn't going to let him get it for free.
I was waiting for that, like, just the bink, and then, like, 100 pop up. Nice rail. Oh, and the second one as well.
Yeah.
I like
Okay,
the,
does get the rail off spawn.
You don't do anything with it, both players missing.
I like the duck from Salty.
I bet you're in ID's computer right now, who's also ducking his head down as well. Push through the TP. Rail not connecting.
And
Right
even
now,
if
it's
it did
just
connect, wouldn't have mattered.
hard for Lucky to even try and get into this. The rocket up the bounce pad and the rail combo. 180 damage. That's not maths. That was 160. There was 280s right there, surely. I know how to do numbers. Oh, beautiful shot on the bounce pad as well.
And yeah, Lucky just doesn't have an answer right now. And another rail, 5-0 up.
Do we think the mental
4
game
minutes
from the previous two maps is maybe
Salty
sort of
is
getting into to Lucky here? Just two not beatings, but like 2 convincing wins there for even the messed up rocket jump there. And this trap.
I like this trap.
Shotgun out, ready to go. Here's the stand of the skateboard. Mega's not up for a little while, so I can still keep holding and make the right way. Shotgun in the back, and the inject gets forced to the double point blank shotty. And like, how do you prepare for that? You almost have to just shoot a rocket at every corner and just pray to God.
Yeah,
just like, yeah, you've just got to do something as a hope that you can find your opponent. But right now, there's pretty much no way that
an amazing rocket
another
and
kill
the
there going
finish
for
of
him.
the rail as well. I just don't see how Lucky can come back from this.
Yeah, is there a way he gets back in?
I mean, we need to see him change the way he takes these fights.
Yeah. What would you do in this situation, Rulsy? How would you go about?
I mean, I'd lose, but
Right. Winner's mindset.
wanna-
Winner's mindset. What do you do as Lucky?
you have to use that machine gun. Maybe try and force LG pushes. You have that speed and inject. Salty's maybe even go quiet, counter Salty's quietness, because you don't expect an Anarchy to be silent. But yeah, it's just so hard when your opponent is playing that well, and he's called the
GGs get thrown out,
GGs.
yeah.
Well played to Salty. Unlucky by Lucky. He's done really well this split, but Salty was just too strong tonight.
Yeah. That was
GGs.
a convincing match there from Salty. He looked just... Yeah, he looked unbeatable kind of thing. Like, I think, Knight and Dan will be waiting for him potentially coming up, and I think they should honestly be concerned. Like, I'm concerned watching that for both of them. Like, Salty can definitely take it to him if he keeps playing like that. I think we're going to be in for a night with some good Quake.
Yeah, Salty looking really good there. I think he hasn't been quite... We haven't seen that form from him yet this split, and if you want your best form to come out, you want it to happen in the finals.
All right. Well, while we just get everything prepared for our next setup, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. While we set everything up. So don't go far. We will not be long. We'll be back here shortly. Some more weight action. All right, everyone, we are back. And now, unfortunately, we do have a bit of bad news. As you may have seen here in the updated brackets. Unfortunately, Dan is had to FF his matches tonight. Was not able to get here. So that does mean that Salty will be moving on to... Dan will, sorry, Knight will be advancing straight into the grand final, and Salty will be advancing the lower bracket up into the grand final to play Knight. So Knight versus Salty, which is playing momentarily, will be our grand final.
Yeah, and this should be a good final. And no matter what happens tonight, we're going to have a new KDC split winner. Neither of these players have won before. Knight does, of course, have an AQL to his name, but no KDCs yet.
Oh, these players should be underway in their picks and bans. So let's have a look at what's going on. This will be best of 7. Map in hand going Knight's way. See who's there in the upper bracket.
Right, and we have, so that, alright, Exile is the map in hand. And Salty picking CK first. We've seen him play a lot of that map. I would not be surprised if we see the Scale Bearer come out.
Yeah, and then
Deep
Knight
Embrace.
and Deep Embrace. And again, no surprise there whatsoever.
I mean, we've just seen Knight so dominant on that map. I mean, every game seems to have gone to like 20, 30 frags. Veil out of Salty. Another map he's competent on. I remember when Salty beat Knight in the upper bracket, believe it was KD split 1. He had an insane match on that Veil, managing to hide for several minutes. Alright, Awoken, then Ruins, and Bloodcov if we get to that last map.
Insta Visor ban coming out from Salty.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Maybe it's for a future map. I don't think Visor's definitely not the...
So we don't really see Salty ever play in Visor, but...
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? If you're if you think you're going to be out aiming your opponent, and Visor could be a way for them to counteract that, get rid of it. So
yeah, I think we will probably see a Strog out of Knight on CK. He's so good with that crouch slide. It's a good champ, but there are multiple other options.
So
and he
BJ
might
wouldn't
think,
surprise me.
Yeah.
Even a Ranger potentially here.
Yeah. Ranger maybe just to like counter pick against a potential scale as well.
Yeah, Salty is, even though we didn't, I don't think we didn't see it at all. Salty has been a big fan of the heavy champions, so.
Yes, unfortunately Dan can't meet tonight, so we've had a few forfeits, and this is the grand final. A new KDC split winner will be crowned.
Dan always shows up when he needs to. There's Hamo. Except for this time, Hamo. I'm afraid. See you Knight. Thoroughly thinking this over. That's the other thing too. You got to remember, being playing potentially 6 maps here. Every champion's going to be getting UC, so you got to be real careful with what you're picking and banning here. So,
absolutely. So interesting. Oh, he picks the Strog.
There we go. The Strog does come out.
That's the usual. Yeah. So interesting to see that Blood Covenant is the last map to come out. I remember it was only like a couple splits ago that was Knight's go-to map. But he's opted for different ones today.
Hey, what do we think, Salty? Does he pick the is it the BJL Ranger into this Strog pick? Or does he
I wouldn't be surprised by the scale. Or
yeah,
just
scale.
Goes the Ranger.
Yeah. Does the Ranger, yeah, okay. So the Ranger Strog matchup on CK. Another come on, Knight dropping the clutch. I know Knight has. I've spoken with Knight about the new clutch, and he has said that he is not happy with how the new clutch reworks. So whether he's just trying to get rid of it, so he doesn't have to risk getting the pick but later on.
And there's a few champs up you like. There's multiple champs up you do like, so you don't want to ban any of them. You might see an Eisen, a Galena.
Yeah.
Potentially, might see a heavy.
Honestly, this is probably why the visor got. Now that I think about it, because like if Salty didn't want visor on this map, like I think it was Knight playing visor. That's what we saw. Like absolutely.
Yeah.
Destroying with that combo. So.
Yeah, future ban. Meanwhile, he leaves both Strog and Ranger up, so he's guaranteed one of them.
Exactly. Yeah. Salty's picking here. This could also, honestly, this could also be a heavy champ. I wouldn't, again, a scale here isn't even terrible.
We've seen Keel a few times, I believe.
Yeah, seen a few Keels. The Athena, a good choice. Obviously,
it's
hard to play, but the thing is, depending on what Knight picks against it here, could make this a hard play matchup.
It is a high risk, high reward play, and I believe it was lucky on the Athena against Knight on that deep embrace we saw, and he picks the Solag heavy into light. That's always a tough matchup.
Yeah, and Solag is going to be a good fast champion on this map as well. Yeah, some of the movement tech does change when playing Solag, hence why I think you don't see it that often. Some of the jumps you do with other champions doesn't really work as Solag, so you do have to learn a few extra little tricks here and there. But obviously Knight is a player who will learn all that, so he will definitely be able to use that Solag to its fullest. Move on to Vale.
So, now, Gale and Keel are both up right now. We get a next ban, presumably for a future map.
Or maybe the Blood Cover even, or Vale.
Yeah.
It's not even Vale, yeah. Probably maybe the Woken or the Blood Cover.
Yeah.
It's even the Ruins.
Even a Ruins. I wonder do you think we're going to see heavies out on this map?
Well, we got the Eisen from Knight, so maybe we see a Keel come out here from Salty.
Yeah. I would not be surprised at all by the Keel.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we saw something like a Scale. I would not rate, like, obviously we've seen Eisen play really good against the Scales. The Galena. Interesting, not what I would have picked.
Yeah. But we're pretty much out of mediums now, I believe.
Yeah, we're pretty much playing on...
We've got BJ left and...
BJ and Doom.
Doom,
So
oh,
we'll
okay.
probably see Doom get either banned... Doom's going to get banned or picked here, guaranteed.
Yeah.
The question is... I don't want to open my 893 loot boxes. They're there for a reason. I'll do one on stream for you, alright? One on stream is all you get. We'll give you one of the good ones, alright?
Is it going to be a reliquary?
Yeah. Look at that. Actually, they're not duplicates. Wow. Oh, shit. Okay.
So you actually got new stuff.
I got new stuff from those. Hang on, let me just hide the overlay real quick. Look at
the overlay sort of box.
Yeah, I know, but
what
like,
it is.
It's okay. Look at that, guys. New stuff. People remember
in the background, we do have a scale bearer band.
We're distracted.
Oh, you got a legendary Tribolt.
Yeah. I kept them all there because at the time, everything was guaranteed to be a duplicate in them, so I didn't bother opening.
I didn't know you could get new weapon skins out of
Nor did I, but I've got 892 loot boxes worth of weapons now to get, so...
And the Anarchy pick on Awoken, that is an interesting one.
Yeah, I like this. That's not how I saw this one going. Eel versus Anarchy on Awoken.
Yeah. Especially with two mediums still up. I say like...
No, Lou, we're not gonna... Don't fall into gambling. Gambling's bad. We're not doing more loot boxes. Alright, moving on to Ruins.
Yeah. I say the Europeans do like their Anarchy on pretty much every map, including Awoken, Vale, whatever. The Keel, I think, is just not going, alright, I'm happy to play a heavy into a light.
Yeah, honestly, I think he's just playing the matchups. And we've seen him play Keel. His Keel's really good. And this is a map that, and Awoken's pretty small, close range. A lot of spots where nades will actually do work. So, I don't hate the pick at all, actually. We get the Doomslayer coming out from Rules. There's obviously no more champ bans now, because you would run out of champions if you were still banning them. Ruins of Doom v BJ. So that means what? We've got
Do we
What's
I think we reset now.
Do we reset? I'm.
Yeah, I
I think
believe
we're out
we're
of
out of
champions.
chance.
Yeah, I was just looking what's missing. It's like, no, I think we're out of champ.
So yeah, I mean, I believe everything's back on the floor, so might see some different champs again.
That would explain why they're thinking so long here, because obviously if everything's available, it's no longer just pick between the worst two options. Obviously, this is what happens, when you go through best of sevens, you get to the situation where champions. Honestly, looking at these champ picks, though, none of these maps I would say is a best of seven pick, right? Like, usually you get to the end and you think, oh, that's a bit rough, but just with the way they've been banning as well early on, it means you just don't feel like they're definitely playing the long game, right? Like, thinking in future for what maps are going to be coming.
Yeah. I mean, I think Knight, he's definitely leaning into that heavy V light. He's got that on 2 maps. But then every other map so far, it's just medium.
Which is interesting, because normally, if anything, like, Salty is the one who's playing the heavy matchup, right? So,
Yeah.
we normally see Salty a lot of time bringing these heavy out situations like this. Obviously, the Scale got banned, Sorlag got picked early, Clutch was banned, and Keel's taken by Knight, so... It'll be interesting to know if he wants to play anything, but there's not really any heavies that are great for Blood Covenant. Would have been previously Clutch, would have been the only one I would have rated, but even then, it would not be a number 1 pick.
Yeah. Interesting, we haven't seen the Slash come out. I mean, I think generally we haven't seen as much Slash from Knight for quite a while, when he used to just be known for that champ.
I think just in general, there hasn't been a lot of Slash picks, I think, in this higher division like this season.
Still just waiting on their picks.
Maybe we do have to open some loot boxes. What would you be picking here, Shrozy? On Blood versus Knight
I mean,
Salty's situation. Actually, I think this is a nice pick.
Knight's pick. I mean, I always like my comfort pick. I love Slash on Blood Covenant.
Yeah.
That's my number 1. For most players, it would probably be Nyx.
And it is
Oh,
a
and the
Slash
Slash
coming out
comes
from
out. I would love to see this map. This would be, I do hope, of course we hope we get to that last map in the best of 7.
Wait, so is this actually an reset? Are we back on reset? Because let's say Slash was the only champ I could see from that list previously who wasn't picked.
It would be, but
I mean, we're out of champs then, or are we just hang on? I've got to get the list up now. Are we missing somebody? Death Knight. There's no Death Knight in there.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Are we
Death
just
Knight,
not out
so
of
it is not a
champs?
reset.
Never mind.
Is this a Slash Death Knight matchup?
Okay, if that's the case, I would have immediately picked Slash, and then Salty. Surely he doesn't have a choice,
Maybe
right?
they've forgotten that they are. Hang on.
And yeah, okay. So we did just run out of champs. My bad. So yeah, we didn't have the final bans in a couple of the maps, which meant we had those champs left. I believe that's a bit different to how QPL did it. But we finally have our picks and bans done, so could start the game.
There you go. So overall, pretty even matchup, but I do rate Knight's a little bit stronger, as you say, just getting those few lights into the heavy matchup can be rough. Obviously, if you can get it to, get a good start and get a bit of a lead, it can work well. But
in terms of this matchup, Knight has just looked too. Well, he's looked supremely good this tournament. I believe he has not dropped the map yet.
There you
The
go.
only player to have done so.
I'm sure he's going to be aiming to keep that for the rest of the season. He's potentially only got, what, 3 more maps to play? He's mapping
Yeah.
right now for him, so...
It could be a perfect season for Knight.
So do anyone tune in late? This is the grand finals right now. We did have to have unfortunate NFF coming out from Dan. He was not able to make it here in time. So Salty taking down Lucky. Moving on to the lowers finals, where yeah, again, NFF coming out from Dan. It moves up into the grand finals. So our grand final of Night v Salty is just about to begin. See, Hamo. See, that's why. That's why you have, exactly. That's why you have to recap these things, because you get people like him who aren't there. That's why, Hamo, when I said that, when I said Dan, you said Dan shows up when he needs to, and I said except for this time, he didn't show up this time.
And it's handed us what's proving to be a really interesting final, I think.
Yeah, seeing how good Salty was playing and how like flawless Knight has been, this is going to be honestly a clash of two, like, arguably say maybe the top 2 right of this season.
So,
Yeah.
Salty coming into a grand final pretty fresh as well. Normally in the past when we've seen players reach the finals, they're either coming from the lower bracket and they're burnt out, or they've been sitting around for ages in the upper bracket. But both players are, you know, you've seen Knight getting the pickup games throughout the day, and Salty coming in after the win on Lucky.
Yeah,
Talk
but
about exciting.
I say like Salty, he's played a tournament game today. Knight, this is his first tournament game in, I think, days. His last
but it's
match.
not his first game.
That's true. That is true.
The mechanics are warmed up and the brain never switches off for that kid. Just waiting for my invite so that I can see what's happening here. Deep embrace.
We're just getting Salty to invite. Apparently he doesn't know what your name is. So
Yeah, he wasn't sure.
It's pretty hard.
Dustbox is a pretty hard name to guess.
To be fair, he doesn't know what my name is. He keeps spelling it wrong. So.
There we go. We got the Dazbok into the voice.
I was expecting a lot more Quake to call tonight. I feel like I'm the third wheel appearing at the end of a day.
Well, that's all right. We're ready for you, Dazbok. So, you know what? I'll let you guys kick us off the first one. So, enjoy Corrupted Heat. Knight versus Salty, first map of the grand final. Take it away, boys.
So, going right into it, we're seeing an Athena v Thorlag on Deep Embrace. This is...
we've got a map. We were corrupted. Keep that spot.
We're already on... I thought... Oh yeah, because map in hand.
Yeah.
Sorry. First map of the night, Corrupted Keep. You can tell that it's been an Easter day. Happy Easter, by the way. Corrupted Keep, Ranger... fuck me. Ranger Pika match. Okay. Could go either way here. Be interesting to see. Who are we starting?
Let's start on Knight. He hasn't got any screen time today. He's got that speed with Strog. Give him a watch. You can see Salty turning his aim hacks in, you know, as per usual.
Is that the claim that we're putting in, is it?
He's just put in chat. Very real. packs that are
Okay.
totally
Well,
legit.
Knight gets the heavy armor spawn, and it's going to be a pretty bog standard start for Knight. Just picking up a few of the minor weapons. Nice rocket there, just right at the feet of Knight.
And Knight
Just
didn't want to risk going straight for the rockets off the spawn, but has picked them up
probably
now.
smart to do that. That was probably a very smart move on Knight's behalf, I'd say. And he's just
Yeah.
more than happy to hang around the heavy armor side of the map. We haven't really seen a push mid or upper mid yet. Having said that, Salty's not really exploring too far himself, and we're just going to see the little sneak under. I wonder if Salty heard the jump there. He did. He's facing the right direction.
He's finally got an LG Knight, but doesn't have heavy machine gun, but Salty not contesting him there, and Knight's got an LG for free. That's big on this map.
LG and the HMG for free. Both weapons are devastating, especially if you prefer to have the, the range fights. We know Salty likes working the shotgun a fair bit on this map. Not going to see it there. The rocket does only a little bit of damage, and Knight responds with some LG. Nothing much yet, and finally we see a Pika come out. And Salty goes for a flank.
Oh, and he isn't able to pick up that armor, so Knight will grab it. And Stacks slightly better for Knight there as he denies another small armor. Looking
Now,
in
I don't
position for
think-
this heavy as well.
Don't think either player is really in a position where they're going to want to commit to a fight right now. Fairly even stacked, although...
What
Knight
a
smells
direct from
blood.
Salty.
Pops a rocket, yeah.
And Knight on
Right
the
to the
back
face.
foot now. Can Salty push in here? Knight just happy to try and defend. Stay in this nook. He is able to get out, grabs an armor. And he's in a lot better position now.
You saw a little bit of a commitment from Salty there, trying to chase down that frag, but was happy to walk away from it. We're 2 minutes in on CK. Compared to the matches we were seeing last night on CK, where's the frags, Trulls?
I mean, this is a grand final tournament. Both players probably don't want to be too aggressive here, as a fight does break out. Salty caught on the bounce pad in the first frag for Knight.
Yeah, that was literally a tick of LG away from the battle turning in Salty's favour, and Knight's going to be the first one on the board. Not a clean frag, is low on health. The shotgun comes out. Almost thought that was going to be more devastating, but it must be that 16 damage shotgun that we keep seeing.
And Salty not able to contest heavy after that. He's now so low, Knight just needs to chase for a kill.
He's not going to do it. He's just going to
Yeah.
re-arm up. He was a little bit low on, the tools of the trade there. Yeah, I hear you fragging Carnate. I was looking forward to a Dan game tonight as well, but this is a grand final for the ages, I think.
The orb shotgun
cleaning
not
up, yeah.
effective.
Yeah, for the orb shotgun to be effective, you need to be a little bit closer, and Knight just not giving Salty kind of the range that he wanted.
Yeah,
And
Knight's
just
showing
this
a lot
chip
of...
damage that Knight's getting on Salty, it's making all the difference. As soon as they get into a fight, Knight can have that confidence to, hang around that little bit longer, do a little bit more damage, make a little love, get down tonight.
He's also got a good rotation on the items. I like this. He's delaying the mate, giving him more time, and Salty hasn't been able to get any damage on either item.
This has got to be one of the lowest scoring CK matches I've ever watched. We're at the 4-minute mark, only 2 frags on the board, and not even a whiff that there could have been a third one anytime soon, although Knight's going to commit. Knight is low, down to 26 HP then. Is Salty going to recognise that and try and get a refrag straight off spawn?
At the very least, he should be able to get Mega here.
He's not even pressuring.
Yeah, I think he's concentrating on picking up this Mega, grabs LG, and now it's his chance to get full control.
Yeah, and Knight just more than happy to hang back. This slow defensive game when you have the lead on CK isn't really a style that I'm a huge fan on.
Great rockets from Salty. But Knight, is he going to be able to get Mega here? Salty just pushing and gets
No.
the frag.
There we are.
And-
That's the change that Salty was looking for right there. First
And-
frag, it was clean. It was a clean frag, it's worth noting.
Gets clean frag, gets Mega as well, and now he's trapped Knight
Cops
in
a
this
rocket, though.
LG, but Knight just good spam rockets, and the MG not hitting for Salty. Is he gonna lose that on heavy here? He will. Oh no, Knight backs off. He doesn't want to be too carefree. Salty will keep the stack advantage, but he's might have a bit of trouble contesting this Mega, and no, he wants rocket ammo. Oh, and he's caught, but he could still get the kill if he finds him. Both
Facing the
players
wrong
so
direction.
low.
The worst when you come out of your orb and you have that small bit of disorientation, not knowing which way's up, which way's down, which way's left or right.
Yeah, I mean,
That could have been a good move by Salty there. It was just a little bit of finals panic, maybe?
Yeah, it's always it's easy to disorientate yourself there, and suddenly Knight's gotten full control here. But there's still plenty of time. Salty just needs to play this one. Great machine gun, but
Knight's
the
pushing.
LG too strong. Yeah.
Knight's with a commanding lead just with the way this match is going. Normally, you know, a 3-frag lead is on CK something we would say is definitely still comebackable.
Oh, but he's caught out with the Pika! Stuck in the Pika mode, and that's a clean frag for Salty. We're back to a 2-frag game, and he's caught Knight! This should be another kill for Salty! The LG is so
1
strong for
HP.
Knight.
Salty on
Wow.
1 HP there, pulling a lure out of his rectum.
And he is
And
just
he's
gonna
just having to
leave.
run. Take a look at the run from Salty here. He's given some Olympic sprinters the run for their money with
But
that
he's
run.
trapped. Could he just wait 15 seconds for orb? That is a potential strategy here. He doesn't have rockets. He can't do the spam. I think he's just waiting for the orb.
And I think Knight's not going to allow that to
Oh
happen.
no,
he was
he
going to push in.
jumps. Yeah. Alright, but still 2 frags. Salty gets heavy off spawn. He could do an orb shotgun push, and he's absolutely going to do it. And both players so low. Salty gets the frag, gets Mega, and now 1 frag game with 2.5 minutes left.
The mega health there is going to be mega for Salty. It gets him back into a fighting defensible position. And we are into a 1-frag game with not a lot of time left on the clock. This could start swinging back and forth very quickly.
Now this
Yeah,
orb,
map of
big D
ability
for Salty.
fumbles. That is a great call.
Yeah. The orb has been what's keeping Salty in this game. Oh, great defensive rock speed. He just jumps, drops, and it's too
The
aggressive.
steal. From Knight, that steal of the mega and just the commitment to not panic is what got him the frag there. And we'll see.
Oh,
He's
the
not going
orb.
to try and convert this into a 3-frag lead. Sorry.
Oh, but he's has to be careful.
Salty's
in the
entrance
Pika.
rockets. The rocket shotgun combo from Salty again.
Yeah, it's not just that. He's caught Knight in that Pika mode multiple times now. But still,
It's the
it's
risk
1
that
frag.
you have when you hit F as stroke though.
Yeah. But we got a minute and a half left. Salty doesn't have any LG though. He's gonna have orb in 8 seconds. That could get him a frag. But he's gotta be so careful. He's playing the quiet game.
Knight's got a feeling.
Yeah, but
The
he still
spidey
hasn't
senses for
spotted.
Knight are tickling. He saw him
Oh,
there. He's going
no.
to commit to the rockets, and the rockets are strong from Knight.
Yeah.
That was great play from Knight there. Great situational awareness and predicting where Salty was going to go. Gets the rockets into the right space, and now Salty is going to be forced to play. If he wants to win this map, if he's not going to give up on it, he's going to be forced to play a bit more of an aggressive game to what he wants to play.
He does have
But
orb,
Knight
but
is
yeah.
Knight is more than happy to play, you know, the plus back game, and with 30 seconds on the clock, 3 frags in it, why wouldn't you play the plus back? I think this is definitely going to be Knight's map tonight, and Knight's going to take the win for the first map of the grand final.
But well played, Salty. I don't think the scoreline
GG,
does him
yeah.
justice. GG, because that was such a close game. Could have
It
definitely
was a close
gone
game the
Salty's
entire way through to the end. And until Salty was forced by the evil clock to start making, you know, plays that he probably wouldn't want to make, that was the point where things started to fall apart a bit.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a great feeling for Knight going into Deep Embrace, which I believe was Knight's choice of map. Correct me
Yep.
if I'm wrong.
It definitely is.
And we know Knight is very strong on it. Salty's strong on it as well, but I think Knight has a bit more consistency with the wins and the frag leads on Deep Embrace.
I mean, Knights looked unbeatable on Deep Embrace this KDC. So it is going to be super tough for Salty. And that Sorlag Athena matchup, I mean, you probably want that heavy.
Yeah, normally I'd be
Yeah,
like,
what do
just
you-
ban that map immediately. But this is a best of 7. You can't do that. So
Yeah.
that's
You could play Exile instead.
not if Knight's the one who picks the map in hand.
Yeah, true.
I don't think he's going to allow that through.
So, what do you think to the Athena pick on Deep Embrace from Salty here?
I like Athena on this map, but the problem is Knight just picked Sorlag into it. So
It's
it's
the case you can't let your opponent get any major items at all, pretty much.
yeah. Honestly, you need to, because obviously you've probably got the the verticality advantage here as the Athena. So you really need to be making full use of that with everything you've got. Because obviously, if Knight can start, we've seen it before. If Knight starts taking control in this map, it's going to be a almost impossible spot to come back from as the light champion. You spawn with nothing. This map allows for so much off spawn damage, and Knight is not slow, right? You've got the Sorlag. She's a quick lizard, so.
You
hate
reckon
saying it, but,
as soon as Knight saw the pick, he was rubbing his hands together going, easy win?
Possibly, I think so. Yeah, yeah. And maybe not easy win, but I think he'd be happy with this map pick and ban. Yeah.
You don't have easy wins at this level.
Exactly.
But I will leave you two to cast this match.
Oh, you're pulling out of Deep
Really, come on,
Embrace?
you know how Dazblock feels about this map. It's his favourite map. He gets too excited casting this one.
Yeah.
No, Shruls, you're staying in. I'm hitting the
Oh,
key.
fuck. Okay. I thought I could get out of that, but...
Nah, not quick enough.
Alright, we're looking for the caster position open. They only need to cast Deep Embrace games.
Yeah. No casting this crap map. Okay, yeah, Dazblock fair. All right, we're gonna start here on Salty. The map technically
See
two
what-
maps down actually, because this is obviously best map in hand for the Knight. So, and Salty gets, I'd argue, the better spawn here. Gets rail, rockets, and heavy, which is I think gonna be the most crucial part here. And can't really, you gotta be careful. I think was trying to go for that sensor armor position first, but the Sorlag is just so fast. And I'm already in position to get ready to try and take
He's
that.
already let Knight get a railgun.
The thing, I don't know if let him get it is the right word. I think it's Knight's just like, look, I'm fast, I'm big, I'm going to go through, I'm going to take this no matter what you do. And we're going to see a slow, just a trap play. I like this cheeky spot here. And the hooks could make this work, right? We've got 5 seconds of this heavy. Both players waiting for it. Hook straight on, straight into the wizard. LG out, great first bout of rockets. The heavy armor gets picked up. The spit is doing work. And Knight just keeping the aggression on. Missed rail.
Yeah.
Mind you.
Yeah.
Salty's
Salty
gonna
trying
at
to get
least
some
deal
damage on this Mega. Oh, he doesn't have any hooks.
And I know rails, rockets as well. Miss rail from both players. Mega will go towards Knight and coming in through the shotgun. The sound, it's a little bit of damage off, but yeah. Oh, Knight, look at that. Just flying around this map. Salty
Just has to respect that stack, leaves, but takes a rail for his troubles. And Knight in such a commanding position already.
Yeah, and like Salty finally got that LG, but like, look at this. Even if he starts to take a fight, there's no way he's winning this fight. So low, and Knight pushing him from behind. Salty's just running for dear life right now. Mega is up, going to see an engagement up in the center position. Hooks are getting used on top of the lizard's head. And it's going Knight's favor, and the LG out, and there we go. Salty missing that rail. Actually gets it closer than I would have thought.
Yeah,
and
if
Knight,
he hit
I actually
both
like this.
those rails.
Goes straight
Could've been
towards
a
the
front.
heavy side. He doesn't actually. Both those items were close enough where he couldn't take them both, so he opts to go to heavy. Making sure that Salty, because armor is such a key tool for these lights, you desperately need it, and only 50 shard right now so far for Salty.
Knight just playing quiet. I think he's waiting for Salty to come for rail. He just doesn't want to pull that rail out, doesn't want to make noise. Okay, now he's revealed his position and hits a great rail as soon as Salty picks up that armor.
Yeah, and that's the key thing there is just after that. And then another shot. Look at it immediately. Salty with no armor. That looks like so close. But yeah, Salty, he's got to be so careful now because the stack of this all like is huge. And only, yes, Salty's got a lot of health to work with, but with no armor, that stack is going to melt away. And look how much damage the machine gun does immediately. The LG does immediately. Followed up by the rail. Back down to 100 HP. That's all there is to it for the speed of this all like flying through the map now. He's locked on and going to drop down, and there's no way you're getting out here. Using the hook to try and escape, and immediately going for that spawn shot. And look how quick Knight is to lock in that position. Delayed spawn, rail misses. Jump up to the high ground, shotgun out, and I think we're going to have another frag going Knight's way momentarily. The rail connects. No HP left. 225s will keep Salty alive for a little bit longer. Out of LG rounds.
The shotgun misses. But yeah, it's not enough. And the problem is, Salty just spawned in. Let's stack the Knight. Another shotgun kill. And just a couple health bottles, and Salty's already healthier than... Knight's already healthier than Salty, and you can see why it's so crippling to play a light into a heavy. And what a shot from Knight to see the shotgun to finish.
I think honestly, not only is it crippling the fact that you're playing light into a heavy, I think the biggest problem too is the fact that you're playing a light who is supposed to be like one of the quickest champions in the game, but you're playing against someone who's quicker than you somehow.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can die on Mega side, then you go to heavy thinking, oh, well, I've got heavy because the opponent's got Mega side. And no, Knight is already in your face on the other side of the map. And that was, yeah, a very quick deep embrace. And let's be honest, we sort of saw it going that way.
Yeah. Knight is just
going to say, any other map, that would have been a workable champ pick from both of them. Could have made that work. Just saying.
Yeah, it's just deep embrace.
Anyway,
honestly, everything about that
now,
matchup is just so hard. Let's forget that map ever existed. Let's forget that this is tournament point tonight right now.
I'm excited with this matchup. The Galena versus the Eisen. Like, I probably rate the Eisen a little bit more on this map than the Galena.
Yeah, I agree.
But both champs are so good at controlling that all-important upper platform, controlling the mega room, or even controlling the heavy room to a bit.
Well, I think that the key is keeping that high ground position. Obviously, you've got Eisen with the turret, great tool to have there. And then obviously Galena, if you can get those totems up on this map, it's not an impossible map to get triple totems up. And we saw Salty using the triple totems in the map versus Lucky. And it paid out hugely in the end of that map. It took about, it caused about 6-7 minute mark before we sort of saw the true benefit of those totems come out. But once we did see them, Salty was able to play a much more sort of like, not necessarily passive game, but a much more sort of relaxed game. You know, you've got that extra totems to go back to, that extra overheal. So I think it's, let's see what happens. Salty's just saying in the chat, he's turning his aim lock up. So, he had it pretty low before. So he's, tuning in for this one.
Is he playing on controller, is he?
He must be, yeah. So, all right, well, Dazbok, let's take this one away, considering you tried to run away. You ran away before scared of Deep Embrace.
Yeah, that's definitely the correct word to be using here. Deep Embrace. Anyway, Vale, one of my favorite maps in the game, and I really rate this lineup that we've got here. Who are we going to be starting with, Fuzzy?
Let's start on Salty. A lot of pressure right now. 0-3 right now.
He's got to start the reverse sweep.
Got to start the reverse sweep. This is a bigger reverse sweep than we've seen previously, so... Immediate totem down and heavy.
Down immediate. I rate that. And getting the tools of the trade. The rail, which has been so effective for Salty all night, obvious going to be one of the first things in hand. And with the time files, is going to have that second totem almost ready to go. 8 seconds and he'll have it up. But Knight is there and waiting. And the Tribolt damage is coming in.
I think Salty doesn't really get
and
stuck
he would
in
have
this
heard
room.
that damage tick.
Yeah, 100%. He's immediately out of there. That perfect timing there for Salty knows the exact moment that item is up, next totem's up. And I think that's what we might see is for a little while. Salty potentially is playing this quiet game, wanting to get these triple totems up. There's a few nice little spots we're going to... Yeah, the pincer maneuver here from Timmy and Knight on the Eisen. Huge amount of damage.
I'll admit I didn't even clock that Timmy was there. But, I mean, the totem's just in the right spot for Salty to get back up to at least 100 hit points.
Yeah. Low on armor, but heavy will be coming up in a few moments. Putting that landmine down. And, oh, push Knight through! And the turret coming out.
Turret.
Just gets him back, but the damage taken just pushes him down to about 30 HP. He can't hang around. Got to get out of here. Good amount of burst damage coming out from Salty, which I think is what's kept him alive, but from his Knight is still in control. Still no LG either from Salty now. Only one rocket as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could see Knight then immediately reading which way Salty was going to go after that little tussle. And yeah, it's going to be interesting if the changes to the Eisen turret in PTS go through. Those engagements would be even more tilted in the favour of Eisen, I think. But we don't have to worry about that tonight. Tribolt's coming out. Great entrance Tribolt. Rocket flying through the air, and Salty's going to get himself, you know, first mega of the map, it looks like.
Yeah, and not only that, and more importantly, I think, than the mega, is the position now. This is the first time we've seen Salty sort of like comfortably up in this high ground position. And with the advantage here, right, that totem's up, ready to go. And the first rotation as well now.
30 seconds. I was going to say it was 30 seconds. It's now 12 seconds until Knight has the turret back. If you wanted to, you know, get your fight on, now would probably be the time to do it. Get in there before that stack of armor is there to defend your opponent. Just get in. There we are, and we've got another 60 seconds on the timer. Knight cops a little bit of damage. None actually sticks on Salty. The LGs are coming out and the shotgun rail misses. That's the risk, the high risk, high reward of the shotgun rail.
And Knight, though, is
Salty's not able to make it connect.
Thing is, Knight has got the armor to work with here. Salty has got a lot of health and got this totem, but needs to get some of his armor shards. This lower armor shard is up. Should be safe to be able to get back. Wow, beautiful rail from Knight as goes by. Still waiting for this armor shard, and Knight just keeping the pressure on. Even though he's in the back foot, does not want to give up this position for free. You see another engagement here, the rail, and right now for Salty, this is kind of how I think Lucky must have felt in the previous match with Salty, because it's just constant damage peppering in, and ooh, nice rail, but Knight taking mega, and there's a huge split between these items. Salty's still just playing this quiet, needs to get some armor and just play this quiet.
To be fair, you said that must be how Lucky feels. Knight's hit 3 rails out of 7 shot, and Salty's hit 2 out of 9 shot. They're pretty similar statistics at the moment, although the HMG from Knight is what's going to secure the first frag of the match.
Yeah, with 4 minutes in, that was our first frag.
Little scrappy fight.
Yeah. And that's actually a pretty heavy to go in towards Salty there. Knight wanting to get towards that mega side first. He's got 0 armor still in his name. So Salty's got a good chance now to try and get in here. Any opening damage would be critical.
I don't think we're going to see Salty pushing in hard though. It's not Salty's way of how he likes to play these games. I mean, we're still at the sub 5 minute mark just, and Salty is more than happy to play that slower tactical, you know.
Exactly. And I think Salty knows
your
too.
Opponent in the back.
Yeah, and Salty knows you can't just push in against, you know, Knight and the turret together. Which, you know, it's happened once, and you know, we saw what happened at the very start of the match. And I don't think he wants a repeat of that scenario.
One frag at essentially the 5 minute mark is kind of insane on Vale.
Rails from
the
both
rails
players.
are exchanged, both missed.
Oh, the LG from above. Salty just diving down, and wow, that was so much damage. So the Knight stack it just melted him. It just gone. I thought he was pretty healthy there.
Something happened. Has something happened to Salty? The 5 minutes starts, and all of a sudden we're seeing the aggression start coming out a little bit here.
Now he's got the advantage of that missed rail as well from Knight. Means he's got a good amount of stack to work with. Oh, playing this fight, and look at that, pushing him with the LG out. LG not quite as solid as before, but Knight stuck in this horrible position. The direct rocket actually gets the ring out in the acid pit. Salty taking the lead.
Salty's actually in a really fantastic position here.
Especially now after
the
this.
damage from the totem is going to come in very handy, and it's going to secure Salty the mega. the rail's just not hitting from both at the moment. We're talking sub 30% rails from both players. That's kind of mental when you consider what we were seeing in the Salty v Lucky match just moments ago. We're seeing a bit of Shrul's play on the teleporters happening there, and it does work in Knight's favour. He's come out of that, you know, in the better position, and Salty was very railable for a moment there. Could still die to a direct rocket and has been forced to run away.
I mean, they're giving away the information, and he's just still legging it, trying to escape. And look at that. Knight's just immediately read it absolutely perfectly. Already in this room before Salty gets there, the LG out, and he cleans up that kill. Very little damage in return.
Salty not ready for that, whatever.
And waiting through there with the shotgun. Big damage off the first one. I think the next one's missed, and Knight taking the lead back quickly. We've got 3 minutes to go
and
here.
there's still one frag in it. Knight's looking a little bit more comfy at the moment. Salty's going to be definitely pushing for this 4th map. I mean, I don't think tonight he would have thought that he was in with a good chance at the grand final. But with the forfeit tonight, he's definitely with a fantastic chance of being able to take out his first title. I'm just wanting to see if he can pull it here. Knight's in a very comfy position, very much in comfortable control.
And Salty playing this slow again, trying to play this quiet. The thing with Veil is it's one of those maps, you know, Despot, where you can't play quite completely silently. Obviously, to get up in the high ground
You can
position,
hear
you've got
the
to
sound
give
everywhere.
So you can't just go completely out of the map like you can on some. And you'll see Knight try and catch him off here. And beautiful first rail. And
with the position that Salty's in, just copping those rails, especially when you don't have any armor to fall back on, is just absolutely devastating. You could see Salty was getting ready for the push, and that one rail was enough to derail his plans. Pun not intended. 2 minutes left on the clock, one frag in it, and both players, I don't think, have actually seen each other in the last minute. This is almost like a blood run match. The shotguns come out, and the telefrag for Knight. I think this is, it's GG.
yeah, GG's thrown out by Salty. That was, you know, a close set there, but Knight just, all it took was that one extra frag, and taking
Knight's
down.
able to add another championship to his belt.
Well, that's his first KDC split victory, and not only that, more impressively,
Didn't he win splits last season?
he never actually. Well, Shruls was saying never actually won a split. I'm going to believe Shruls because he's
He won
the stat man.
AQL 5, but he came second in multiple AQLs. Sorry, KDC splits. So this is his first victory.
Well,
There we have it.
congratulations tonight.
Yeah, that's a bit of a not exactly how we expected all of tonight to play out. Obviously, we had the FF coming out from Dan, which is unfortunate. But we saw Salty v Lucky. Salty playing extremely well. Moving on, deserves to be here. But Knight just he's been undefeated all season. He hasn't dropped a single map, and well, you can see why, right? Like he just looks so calm and collected. Played all those positions so perfectly, and I think,
I hope
a
Salty's
very
not
deserving
disappointed with his performance tonight. Salty has done incredibly well to get the 2nd place, which I think is his best positioning in a KDC. Not in an AQL, I know that, Shruls, but in a KDC, a 2nd is definitely his best showing, and there's only up and up to go.
Exactly, yeah. Just for in chat there, Div 2 finals, that's next week.
Who have we got in the Div 2 finals next week, Fuzzy?
That's a good question. Who is in the Div 2 finals next week? Jasper, please enlighten us.
I don't know. I'm in game. I'm not hosting the stream.
It is Croppy and Puff Pastry.
Hey,
So that will be a good watch next week.
But yeah, so this back onto finals here though. Congratulations tonight. He is now auto qualifies for the championship finals after winning this split. This means he will be into the finals once the splits for the KDC are complete. Similar format to last year. So I think, guys, that's early finish for us tonight. But That's the end of
I
the
know.
KDC
I was
Split
ready
1.
to go and go.
Yeah.
I was ready for more Quake. It's not enough Quake.
Not enough Quake. Well, at least, hey, technically, while this is the official end of the KDC 2 Split 1, as we say, we will be back next week for the Div 2 Grand Final. So there will be some more. Don't worry. Asbok, I know you've still got that itch for a bit more Quake before the season ends. And there will be that there. So please do tune in, I believe, same time next week, 7 p.m. Melbourne, Sydney. Right. I believe. Keep your eye on Discord.
Thank you,
No,
Lad, for
thank you for anything else. But yeah, Knight taking down the grand final 4-0 over Salty. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming along. Let's do a quick shout out for everyone throughout the season. Thank you to all the admins for putting in all the work to get this up and running. To everyone who's been casting with me as well. Dazbok, Shrulzy. Anyone else who's come along for guest casts throughout the season. We all appreciate all the work you guys put into this. Thank you to all you guys for coming along and playing as well. Obviously, we don't do this without everyone who's here, so we love putting these on. And we hope to see you all next split. Again, check Discord. We will be putting in some more information there regarding Split 2. So, Dazbok, Shawls, you got anything you guys want to add before we tune out for the night?
I have nothing to add. I'm just... Yeah.
There you go.
Just let's say thanks for everyone for watching and everyone who played. And see you guys next split.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you all. We will see you next week. Div 2 finals.
Ta-ta.